everyone, welcome back to the next episode in our little cozy Let's Play Minecraft series. Last time we did a lot on this building and we finally got to move the llamas, but we so far haven't put up a sign yet. So I'm gonna put up a sign for when they moved in. Moved in on day 123. Yay! Yeah, so we moved the llamas in and so far they are just chilling here. I don't think you can actually do much with llamas. I wasn't sure if you could ride them or anything. We still need to do a little bit back here on the roof and maybe a little bit more here because this looks a little bit odd. But I feel like that's not going to be right now. Also still need to do some decorations up here and figure out what we want to do, but I think it's turning out quite nice with this building and I'm quite happy with it so far. I have also chopped down the mangrove trees we had here just to clear them out, and I planted all the saplings that I got just because I want the moss carpet so we can use it for decoration a little bit more. And we are also supposed to move all of this food at some point and actually make a real garden area. And I know we have so many more buildings to do before this farm is done, but I am trying to fix up a few things here and there, like this stone poking out of the ground around the buildings where we spend a lot of time. And the reason it's here is just because this used to be quite a lot higher and we moved a lot of dirt and did a lot of landscaping here before we started building. So it's quite fair that it's here, it makes sense. But since we are trying to make a little bit more cozy and aesthetic looking area, I'm just gonna fix these. Also, I do have 6 pieces of moss carpet that I was thinking we could use to, essentially it's a torch spam around the area, but you kind of cover it up under moss just because it looks a little bit more nicer than just placing torches everywhere. Also want to do a little bit of this. I'm not sure exactly if we're going to make a road or what we're going to do, like a little path between the buildings. All of that is not decided yet, but I do want to add in a little bit of life, if you will, to this area. So yeah, that's what we're doing with this. I was adding a little bit of mud in here as well, and I feel like it worked out nice, like a little bit here and there. Just giving that little bit extra. Yes, I know you make that gross sound. Okay, you really, really do. So yeah, just doing that for aesthetic purposes and nothing else. But the torch spams are, there's actually a reason for those. Normally I just do it like so, and then you can pick this up again. And it does give a little bit of light effect at night. Not a whole bunch, but enough. I also have a few pieces of bone meal that we can add in here. I don't want to add in too much because I don't know exactly if we're going to have more buildings here or what's going to happen, but at least adding in a little bit of life back into this very flat area that we created. Yeah. So it's not a whole bunch, but it does add something and I like it. And essentially the plan is when the whole farm is done and we have all the buildings we want, most of the area will be covered with these carpets with torches under them, so nothing will spawn and it will be a nice and safe place for me and all the animals living here. So I've been thinking a lot about where to actually place the vegetable garden that we're gonna make. And originally, just to give you guys a quick overview of my thoughts, I was thinking I would place it back here, like down here somewhere, because there's a lot of room for it. And it would make sense because this is the back door of the house. You go out the back door and you have your big garden. But in a way, I feel like this house is actually placed like backwards on the property we have here, if you can say it like that. Because it would make sense to have that as the front and then the back door would be over here where you kind of enter out into the rest of the farm. So I was thinking, since I'm not gonna switch the house around, it would make sense to make the garden here, because that would be nice, and the garden we have now is here. But I don't know if I feel like that would look nice. So I have kind of decided that because we have our mine over here, you can kind of see it's happening over here, not that much, but it is. And it's a little bit far away from everything else. So I was thinking if we made the garden area here with the orchard in the back, that would kind of get us a little bit closer to the mine, and it would tie the whole thing a little bit more together. And potentially I want to make it a road or a path, or maybe even like a railroad or something, to connect everything a little bit more. And then it would be nice that the mine isn't so far from everything else. So I'm thinking we'll make a garden area here. But let's take a quick nap. These trees grew a whole bunch. Hopefully they're gonna give me a lot of moss carpet. I don't know if you can make moss carpet or if you just have to farm it like that, because it is a little bit tedious to have to plant those trees and chop them down. But I haven't looked it up, so I don't know. So I haven't actually planned out exactly what we're gonna do here, but I was thinking we'll have some areas for like the crops that we have, like all the vegetables and stuff, and then a place where we can have the apple trees and cherry trees and whatnot we have, and hopefully something with bees as well. But I'm thinking maybe we need a greenhouse for that, just because I never built a greenhouse in Minecraft, and that would be fun to do. But I think I need to flatten this area just a little bit before we do too much, because I think that will make it a whole bunch easier for me. So the problem with this area here is that there is a lot of these kind of smaller holes that you can just drop into, and I don't think it would necessarily kill me, but it's annoying and we can't really have that happening. So I'm really sorry for some of these animals here, but I can't help you right now. Like, see, this is just, oh, and it's gonna be an issue with stuff spawning down here, isn't it? I can kind of see that happening like it was around the house. But yeah, we'll just cover it up and let it be a future problem. So wish me luck with that. It's gonna be such an issue. I can see that happening. Then we can do a flashback to me telling myself that I was annoying and not doing it right in the first place. So there is that. Yeah. So I cleared out a little bit and I marked off this area here because I figured it would be nice to make a little building, like a mill or something, like I know everyone else is doing mills. And I don't know exactly if it's gonna be exactly here, and I didn't like count anything out. I just placed something here to give the illusion that there is gonna be a structure here. It's like around here. And I was thinking around that it would be nice to have a big wheat field, because that would make sense at least. So that would be in this general area. And then I'm thinking we'll just maybe make a little areas where we have the crops. I haven't really planned it out enough. And since I am aiming for a little bit of a cottage core, I guess, kind of look, I feel like it would be nice that we didn't do squares necessarily for every little thing here. And I was thinking we could try to make something a little bit more round. Not necessarily fully round, because it is Minecraft, but at least smaller areas with round-ish things. If this pig could move, could you? Maybe. There we go. And I don't think it's necessarily gonna be like leaves that's gonna keep everything separated, but just for now, because they are a very easy resource to place. So I'm thinking if we make a lot of these, and then I don't know what the like frame will be. Maybe it's just gonna be wood, maybe we'll do some trapdoors. I don't know yet. That's undecided for now. But I think it could be nice, and then making a lot of these for different crops. to place around and then have like paths in between. I think it might work. Let's find some crops and start planting at least. I think the first thing we'll plant will be potatoes, because that's always very good to have in this game. Baked potatoes, also in real life. I think it's very rare to have a problem that some sort of potato can't fix for you. Yeah, I think something like this would work, but obviously not leaves as the base. But I don't know what will be yet. If we do trapdoors, obviously there's gonna be a little bit more room, but let's just maybe make another one here. And they also don't have to be spaced out apart evenly, obviously. See, this one would be... I can't talk and count at the same time, obviously. And I know a lot of people like to cover up the water in the middle with something like leaves or something else, and we can do that, I guess. But I don't know if it's gonna be necessary. We'll see. Maybe we'll do it on some of them and maybe not on all of them. Planting onions. We don't have enough for this. And as I said, I think I want to build a structure like a mill or maybe a storage area or something like that. A building that's going to go a little bit further up just to give a bit more variation in the overview of the farm here. And around that, I will plant a lot of wheat. So I'm not going to plant that right now. Let's just sleep for convenience sake. I'm going to test out if it looks better with trapdoors as the like edge or fence around this. And I think it might, but my problem is when we come to the corners, I don't exactly think it's gonna work because I can only do one, so we would have to do something else, I guess. Maybe we can do just some planks or something. I don't know, maybe that's gonna be a future problem. For now, I think I'm just gonna see if I like this, and I think that I do. I think it's gonna work. Oh, I placed that wrong. And then we have like 4 squares in between. I think that works. And then we have a few more of these placed around, maybe not necessarily on a grid, but just a bit randomly. And for tomatoes, I'm thinking maybe we'll do a bit of a long rectangle shape for those, just to mix it up, make it a little different because they grow quite differently. Also need to plant some grapes. Lots of stuff to do here. I think I'm just gonna work on it a little bit and show you guys in a second what I've come up with, and we'll take it from there. So I decided to make these a little bit bigger than they were, just because potentially we want to grow a little bit more food. But it also looks weird no matter what I do here on the corners. So I tried to make like a stair function, because that would actually be functional when you go up and down, so you can get to your crops or whatever. So it looks a little bit odd, but at the same time it's not the worst thing that's ever happened. So I'm thinking maybe leaving it like this for now, unless you guys have some better ideas or I suddenly come up with something better. And over time, when we have more crops, I'm thinking of placing some barrels and just making some crates with the crops that we have for some of the corners. But I think this works for now, at least. And we are growing potatoes and onions so far. Yeah. And because I moved around a little bit and made them bigger, there's going to be only 3 pieces in between here, like 3 blocks. But I think that's going to be fine. I don't think that's going to be an issue. What is that? I've never seen this before. And okay, it's gone now. Okay, that was odd, wasn't it? Maybe. Oh, and also I think another zombie spawned here, because before when I was running past, Can you see that? So before, when like last episode I think, oh no, oh the llamas are gone, oh no, they despawned. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that's sad. Anyway, as I was saying in the last episode, I kind of tried to fill out the big hole back here that's like under here where zombies spawn, and they are annoying. And I didn't fill it out completely, and apparently now I am paying the price for that. But the llamas being gone shouldn't have anything to do with the zombie. But I think maybe we should just make this into a sheep pen instead. Is that what it's called? What do sheeps eat? What will make them follow me? Is it seeds? Hi? Will you follow me if I have seeds? Okay, it looks like you might. No, look. Okay, so... No? Oh, yeah. That seems to be working for you. I feel like there were so many shapes before, and now there's just like... one. And it's black. That seems like bad luck, doesn't it? Isn't that what people say, like the black sheep of the family or something like that? Okay. Well, I will do my best to get you some friends, and please don't despawn because it's really sad that they disappear. So far I have 3 llamas, all of them seems to have disappeared. So I don't know if it's because they're like the traveling trader animals and they just can't stick around forever, or maybe it's because I put them on a leash or something. I don't know what's up with that. So yeah. Anyway, lots of weird stuff happening because it definitely seemed like there was some cracked part here, and that was odd. Yes. Or maybe it is not. I don't know. It felt odd to me. So if anyone knows what that's about, like, let me know. And I was thinking I would plant some tomatoes here, like maybe making them into rows, but I don't know about the water that they're gonna need. Because obviously they can't grow here without water. Well, that's not quite what I meant, but thank you for the rain, I guess. Maybe we should make it one wider, actually. If we do it like this, we could just put water all the way across in here and just decorate it a little bit. That could work, maybe. Hold on, let me see what I was doing here. So water goes here, and then we'll take this out. How is it you do that? So if I put water in here and here, yes, that works. And we'll do it like so. And I don't know why, I just thought it would be nice to have a path around it, just to make it a little bit different or something. I don't know. And we also don't have quite enough tomatoes, but it doesn't necessarily need to be tomatoes all the way around. Oh, they don't even need to be on this. Can I just... How do I plant tomatoes? Or is it seeds? Oh yeah, tomato seeds. Okay, I was like, what am I missing here? And I was thinking we could do corn on the other side, and then, I don't know, like sugar cane or something maybe. Which I haven't picked any of that up. Or maybe we could do a fence or something around this. I don't know exactly. I feel like we should decorate this a whole bunch more. I am gonna end the episode here though. We didn't get that much done because it took me quite a while to get going on this, but I hope you enjoyed it. Hello, sheep. And I think we'll continue with the farm in the next episode and hopefully get a lot more done. Maybe even start on that building over here. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Please feel free to leave comments if you have good ideas and suggestions. It really helps me out and it makes me just happy to read them. And if you don't want to miss the next video, subscribe to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Until next time, bye!